At Econometrics, Dr. Azar Jammine. Doctor, good morning to you and welcome to AM News.
Good morning to you and good morning to the viewers.
Now, this must be welcome news, not just for South Africa, but for the entire world and the platinum industry.
It is indeed welcome news. One fears that a lot of damage has already been done, but more still could have been done in the future, and the very viability and existence of the platinum mines was being threatened.
Doctor, do you think that AMCU will finally accept this latest pay offer and sign the agreement to end the strike? Because apparently there's still some sticking points around this.
You know, there are sticking points, and frankly, if you look at the details of the agreement, it does look like a bit of a backing down on the part of the unions. So the fact that they are now prepared to actually agree to this, or suggesting that they are taking it seriously, suggests that they themselves really do want to go back to work and start earning again, and that they are feeling totally frustrated and demoralized by their actual failure to earn anything, and which is affecting their living standards so badly.
Do you think that the strike is scared of investors, perhaps?
Of course it has scared off investors, but at the same time, why I'm relieved that we may be reaching a settlement now is because this might serve as a warning to other unions in other sectors who have been considering embarking upon similar type of strike action in order to get exorbitant wage increases. And to that extent, it may just stabilize the industrial relations environment somewhat over the next few months.
Now, surely this should have had an impact on our economy. We already had a downgrade from Fitch already.
One must not overstate the downgrade of Fitch. Fitch did not downgrade our credit rating. Mm-hmm. They maintained our credit rating at a BBB. All they did was to basically give us a warning that they may consider downgrading us in the future, and they gave us this warning by virtue of moving the outlook that goes with the maintenance of the credit rating. They switched that outlook to negative from stable that it was previously.
Now, the ratings agency is waiting for the final outcome of this agreement being signed today. What can we expect from the rating from Standard & Poor's perhaps later?
Well, that is an unknown. In the past, Standard & Poor's have been a little more aggressive in terms of their rating stance, and so one cannot rule out the possibility that they had already had us on a negative outlook, so it's quite possible that they will downgrade us by one notch. Now, you've got to bear in mind that they are just one of three, the other being Fitch and the other one being Moody's. So if Standard & Poor's are more negative than the other two, that still leaves a little bit of breathing space for us in terms of attracting foreign capital flows into our bond markets.
Now, this platinum strike has been going on for almost 6 months, and there's a possibility of maybe a strike in the gold sector, that if AMCU gets its way. What lessons do you think we should learn from this particular strike?
I think that this is the important lesson if we do reach an agreement today, and that is that there are limits to the extent to which workers are prepared to lose pay and jobs. And I think that is a very important and salutary and sober message, which can only be to the benefit of the South African industrial relations environment in the future.
Now, finally, Doctor, should the offer be accepted now today by AMCU, do you think that AMCU will be assisting their employees to ensure a safe return to a normal working environment?
I think that most employees do really want to return to work, and if AMCU itself is supportive of this, I do not believe that there will be any problem in them returning to work. The big danger is where you've got a situation where some of the workers don't want to go back and others do, and I think we're in a situation now where everyone wants to go back to work.
Now, as any comments in your view, what should be a basic salary for mine workers, Doctor? Because AMCU was calling for a 12,500 Rand increase.
Well, clearly they are not now going to get 12,500 Rand increase salary, which kind of confirms that the market just cannot accommodate such a high salary for mine workers. The job, albeit albeit very dangerous and unpleasant, does not carry a high skill level, and that means that you can get replacement staff quite easily, and that is an important factor limiting the extent to which workers in that particular sector can demand excessive wage increases.
Doctor, thank you so much for your time and your input here on AM News.
It's a pleasure.
That was Dr. Azar Jammine, Chief Economist at Econometrics, chatting to us about the latest increase, in fact, about the agreement to be signed by AMCU and the platinum miners. Let's move on.